Welcome back, everybody, to Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 switches over to the SNES. So we will be playing Mega Man 7 on the SNES in the year 20XDX. Or 20XX. The world cherished Mega Man when, at long last, he captured and imprisoned Dr. Wily. I like how there's a Cutman 2 poster there in the corner. But because we're playing another Mega Man game, Dr. Wily always knew his schemes might end in capture, I imagine. Also, I'm not sure that robot that was pictured there wasn't a half-completed zero failure and had a plan for just such an occasion. 4 robots had been hidden away, and after 6 months, without being contacted by Dr. Wily, they activated. This guy's big. He's big as buildings. And he's got a roller for some arms. Cement press roller. Blacktop roller. And he shoots fire out of his face. Yeah. He's staring directly at us. Oh no, he shot us with fire. We're dead. Ugh, what shall we ever do? So anyways, we're gonna meet that roller character here in just a second. But, I'm gonna give you a hint. He doesn't throw fire. At least in this game, he doesn't. Fire. It's just for effect, you know what I mean? There's a cutscene. Can't this thing go any faster? Out of the city's under attack.
I'll try and punch it up a notch. Hold on, bro.
Oh, you know I'm completely useless. I can't believe it's loose again. Won't that man ever stop? You won't lose. You won't be loose for long. Once Dr. Light gives me Rush and me our new enhancements, Wily is history.
Whoa, end of the line. Road's too unstable to keep going. You two wait here.
Oh, sorry. Mega Man, take this helmet with you. Oh, I'm screwing up voices. Oh, he gave him a Met helmet. Haha, hilarious.
I guess not. Personally, I kinda like the other one, ...
Not sure if he's referring to the Met helmet or this Mega Man helmet. It's sort of ambiguous. Good luck, Mega Man. You can do it. I believe in you. Doctor, are you okay? I'll bring back Roll to take care of you.
No, ma'am. We have no time while we are building the attack of his robots to couple his escape. Look.
I can't do the right voice from 8. It's just kind of weird.
Mega Man. Dr. Wily. He going.
A very bad translation. Oh, hey, look. I'm doing the eyebrow thing in my UFO looking thing. You gotta go now, Mega Man. Give Rush and follow Wily's spaceship. Don't worry, Dr. Light, I'll do it. Alright, we got control now. Let's make sure that we don't do that. That's bad. So we're gonna introduce you to these guys. They're very easy. Just shoot them in their head. Oh look, another Met at every game. Mets are in every game. They're like the mascot of this series. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Alright, now we're gonna fight the big roller guy. You can tell he's evil because he smushes Mets. So he clearly does not like Mega Man. Or anything Capcom related. He's very easy to defeat. He does this move, he goes forward, he throws his mohawk at me, he goes back, he throws his mohawk at me, rolls forward. Simple pattern. He'll be dead in a second. And he died off screen. Because I was thinking he was coming back my way, but he's not. Alright, a little bit more of the prologue here. Just gotta jump over 2 pits. And now we're going to fight a mysterious robot that if you know anything about the Mega Man series, you know exactly who this is. So this is a fight that you can or can't win. If you don't win, he will not kill you. He'll just stop when you're low health and go, I can't believe this is the Mega Man. You beat him, he'll say, you're as good as they say, Mega Man. You better tell me who you are. This dialogue doesn't matter. I'm Bass and he's Trouble. We have been trying to stop Dr. Wywee while you were gone. I see that you don't need our help. That's right, you don't need my help. I'm good at this game. Wink, wink, nudge, nose. Bass. I mean, Bass. There's password system. And now we're introduced to my least favorite Mega Man mechanic, which is we're gonna give you 4 bosses, just 4, and then you have to beat all 4 of these bosses, and then you're gonna fight a mid boss, and then we'll give you the rest of the bosses. Instead of doing like every other Mega Man game up to this point and giving you all 8 bosses and letting you fucking figure it out. Because maybe you want to get really good at a boss that comes in the second half. And the game's like, man, that'd be super sweet, but we don't believe you. We think that you're going to do one of these 4 stages first because they're the easy stages, and then you're going to skip these harder stages until you get to the end of towards the end of the game. In reality, you could probably beat at least 1, if not 2 of the later bosses without requiring their boss power. It just takes a little bit of time to learn their pattern. And that's it. I would say that Freeze Man, of the 4 characters that we decided to fight, I would say that Freeze Man is probably a more difficult one to start out with. However, he's the most ideal one to start out with because his power is useful in at least one of the 2 levels. And then that Robot Master's power is useful at least one other Robot Master's stage. So you're sort of going in their order by how good they are against the next Robot Master. You kind of need Freeze Man now. And then you'll need eventually an electric power which you get from Cloud Man. And then there's Junk Man, because you can't have a fucking Mega Man game apparently without putting a shield in it after 4. Trying to think, is there a shield in every game after 4? Let me think here. So there's there's Wood Shield in 2. I don't think there's any shields in 3. 4's got Skull Shield. 5's got Star Shield. 6 probably doesn't have a shield, now that I think about it. God, I just played that game not long ago. Like, less than a week ago I played that. And I'm gonna have to come back and get the H, because those do not respawn. So, that's me being mad at myself for fucking that up. But we'll have to come back here later on to get that. So, oh no, it's a Sniper Joe. Hey Sniper Joe, you looking particularly weird in this game. You're all lanky and stuff. Your shield's all festive-y, colory. Unlike the proto shield that I think you're based off of. Hello, guys who I hate, who are in a number of Mega Man games that can only occasionally be killed, not always. Alright, let's kill ourselves here. I'd love to make this jump, but I'm pretty sure that if I try to make the jump, I will hit that guy. And when I hit him, I will recoil back into the pit. That's why I had to take extra damage, just to make sure he was dead. This is a bear. We fought the bear already. Twice, in fact. But now here's a different version of the bear, who not only throws his regular attack, but also these icicles. Why was this not in the second bear? I don't know. Why this wasn't in the first bear? I don't know. It makes him kind of easier to defeat as well, because when he doesn't have his little ice block down, he's vulnerable to be hit. And because he's vulnerable to be hit, it allows me more chance to shoot him. Which I suppose goes without saying. Hooray! Those are little, like, bats in toboggans, if the bats didn't have wings and blew up like bombs. So right here is a thing. Took me a while to find said thing. I thought it was closer to the boss door, but in reality it is closer to here. So I did take some damage while I was searching around with Rush, because the closer you get to this left side, the more likely the enemies on the toboggans respawn. But that's okay. We still have, I believe, another Mega Man life to play with. We have 2 to play with. Some stuff I guess I should mention while we're at it. This game does have the cruise mechanic. And you are limited to only 4 E-tanks. And there's also a spot for like a complete, whatever you want to call it, a complete upgrade where it'll refill not only all of your health, but all of your weapons health. And then there's some also Wily canisters that'll just refill your weapon health. Yeah. I think it's a little difficult to fight without the boss power, but what are you gonna do? Also, if I had stood there long enough, he would have done this stupid little, like, wave thing where he'd be like, "Come on!" So I was trying to do a short hop and get him when he was hopping over me. I'm doing a great job, as you can see. Alright, I'm gonna use the E-tank because it's free. Also, I'm trying to figure out the controls now because I'm so used to using the start button to switch between screens. Now it's actually requiring me to use the, I believe it's the Y button on this controller. Let me look. The Y button. So yes, we will be just butt-fucking our way through this. And by butt-fucking, I mean I'm just going to basically tank all the damage, avoid none of the attacks, and just use E-tanks to heal myself. Barely survive. Not a great strategy, but it is the strategy I chose to employ. The freeze cracker fires ice bullets, doesn't it?
Good boy, Mega Man.
Yes, and the bullets will split when they hit the ground. You can also control it by holding up or down. So it can go at an up angle or a down angle, though it is not going to go directly up or directly down. It'll sort of coast in a, a 45-degree angle up or a 45-degree angle down. Alright, we're gonna do what looks like a king. I'm sorry. We're gonna go back in here first. I'm sorry. I am not thinking straight. But we are gonna go on that guy that kind of looks like he's got a crown on his head. But he's not a king, he's just a guy who makes bubbles. So if you ever think of like a little bubble one, it has little like ridges in it, allows the soapy water to sit in. Yeah, that's kind of what his head's supposed to be, I guess. I don't know. You tell me. There are certain design choices in this game that I don't get. I mean, I understand Junkman. When we get to Junkman, you'll see Junkman looks like a Junkman. He looks like he's put together with the spare parts that Wily had at the bottom of his drawer. He's kind of haphazardly put together as either a joke to himself or I don't know what. Maybe he got lazy one day or drunk. I'm gonna make me a man, but I'm only use the parts that I found in this garbage can. Whereas, like all the other guys, he's like, I'm going to carefully craft this character based on an elemental or warrior type outfit. And yeah. Gonna have a theming. He's gonna be in an area that'll be great for him. We're all gonna give him big claps when he goes to the ice area because he's an ice man. Versus, you know, Junkman, who I made while I was drunk, like I said. Alright, so all we have to do is get this letter. Panel, I believe is what they call the letters in all of the Mega Man games. So we're going to do this correctly this time. This time we're trying to spell out Rush, unlike in Mega Man 5 where we were spelling out Mega Man 5. There are 4, yes, you counted it right, 4 letters to spell Rush. And yes, I did get the exit as well, which is great. Anytime you've completed a stage, you can exit it out without having to go all the way to the boss room. This is Burst Man. He really should be called, would normally be called Bubble Man because he shoots bubbles. But we already have a Bubble Man, so he can't be a Bubble Man. He's got to be Burst Man instead. So his gimmick, he's got little bombs inside his bubbles. And if the bubbles catch you, they will take you up into a spike ceiling and you will die. But if you burst the bubbles, he'll drop a bomb that you'll have to evade that'll eventually explode after a few seconds. What else? As I mentioned earlier, there are screws. You can collect them. There's big screws, little screws. The big screws count for more than little screws, obviously. Kind of like 1 and 5 or something. I don't know. Never bothered to actually pay attention. But you can use this. You can trade the screws in for upgrades if you don't find them in the world. So if I can't find exit for some reason, I can spend, I think it's like 300 screws or more, maybe less. I'll explain that later. To get it, if you don't bother to go have Rush dig it up for you. The one thing that cannot be made is we met him at the very beginning. He was driving his automobile. Ha ha ha. Insert joke here because his name's Otto. And he was driving a truck that looked like him, his automobile. He runs the shop. You trade your screws in for upgrades as well as E-tanks. Super upgrade, Wily tanks, weapon tanks, whatever they're actually called. I call them Wily tanks because they have a W, and you're refilling the Wily boss ammunition. I call them Wily things. And like I said, yeah, he carries all of the upgrades, I think. So if you bother to find 0 of the upgrades, you can buy them all. They get very expensive, depending on how good they are. Like I think Rush Jet's like 500, and like the big upgrade for Mega Man is like 880 or 890 or something. This is kind of like oil water, I guess, where you float to the top instead of sink to the bottom. Not really sure why that works on a robot and regular water does not, but whatever. Remember this? Yeah, they're back. Luckily, the first time you run into these, it's not that difficult. Only 3 of them. It goes womp, womp, womp. Now, that you've warmed up, we're actually going to do the real thing. Let's do the real thing. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, if you played multiple Mega Man games, you know that anytime you see a lower block, there's a good chance that a block directly above it's going to appear. So if you wait just a split second longer and jump to that higher area, you're probably going to land on a super duper guy. I mean, a higher area. Ugh. So at the time of this recording, we just had a... well, I guess I'll save that for the next episode. So you'll have to hang on for a moment to hear my story, which I will tell in the next episode. But continue on up the ladder, across the bridge. We're actually going to do it right this time. We're not going to fall in the pit. Womp, 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 womp. Alright, we did it. Not very hard. It'll be a harder one probably later when we get to Riley. I don't remember. I don't remember if it's required or optional, is what I'm trying to say. Because every so often you'll get like a challenge area. It's like, okay guys, if you really want to get to the big bad queen at the end of Earthworm Jim really quickly, you can do that, but we're going to make a very difficult thing you've never bothered probably practicing until now, and you're going to go down a very difficult spike pit. And guess what? If you want to go the easy route, you're still going to have to learn it, but you're just not going to have to learn it as much. Fuck.